Hey guys, excuse me. How's it going? This is Robbie One Kenobi, and this is a video response to GoldStandard000. Monday night, he posted a video sharing his thoughts about the upcoming hashtag AJ versus Y2J4 at WrestleMania 32, the inevitable fourth encounter between AJ Styles and Chris Jericho. And I just wanted to come up here and make a video response. Obviously, if you saw Monday Night Raw, you know that Team Y2AJ is no more. They lost the Tag Team Championship match to the New Day. And as a lot of fans predicted, as a lot of fans were expecting, Chris Jericho, after the match, turned his back on AJ Styles. He nailed him with 2 code breakers and then took a Y2AJ shirt and shoved it into Styles' mouth. And then on SmackDown Thursday night, Jericho punctuated the official breakup of the team by burning a Y2AJ shirt in a trash can in what was an awesome heel promo. You know, my thoughts, honestly, about Styles and Jericho wrestling one more time at WrestleMania 32. I'm not excited for it, to be honest. I'm not jumping for joy over this match. I'm not, through the roof for this match. I do believe they'll still have another really good to great match. I mean, look at the past 3 matches they've had. The most recent one at Fastlane was just an incredible wrestling match between them. I do think they're going to have another really good to great match at WrestleMania 32, but it's like I don't want to see it at WrestleMania 32 because we've already seen them wrestle 3 times. And if you know me, one of my big pet peeves with WWE right now is overexposure. Is this feud between Chris Jericho and AJ Styles, has this feud already ran its course? I don't think so, but I mean, the whole point, that whole Team Y2AJ, thing, I actually wanted them to stay a team, because I was thinking there was a way you could do this feud with them as a team. You could have AJ and Jericho win the tag team championships at WrestleMania 32. This is what I was hoping for, and this is actually how I would have booked it. Like I was saying, this is what I wanted to see after Fastlane. When they joined forces as Team Y2AJ, I wanted to see it as a legit tag team. I wanted to see them win the tag team championships at WrestleMania 32. And then I wanted to see them hold on to the titles for like maybe 4 months, maybe 3-4 months. And then within that time, we can't tell the fans who to cheer and boo. Fans are welcome to cheer who they want and boo who they want. But what I'm thinking is what could have happened was AJ could have gotten a lot of the wins for the team, including the win that gives them the tag team championships. And the more that Jericho hears the AJ Styles chants, that could ultimately, get to him and, drive him to the point where he's just sick and tired of hearing everybody chant AJ Styles, AJ Styles. And then when they eventually lose the tag team championships, and then if they were to have a rematch and lose that as well, then that's where I would have AJ or Jericho turn his back on AJ, and you could probably lead to a match at SummerSlam between the two, 2 out of 3 falls, or a submission match, or falls count anywhere. And if you saw my Fastlane review, you know that I would have preferred they not touch each other again until maybe later in the year, when if AJ wins the championship, then you could do a Styles-Jericho world title feud for the remainder of the year, maybe for like 2 or 3 months, for the last 2 or 3 months in 2016. But lo and behold, they joined forces. They split up after Jericho was just freaking, upset at losing the tag team championship match, and he was just, had it up to his wits' end with AJ Styles getting all the chance. So they're gonna clash again at WrestleMania 32. Now, if you remember in my predictions video for Fastlane and the review that followed, I was commenting off of what OTR Essential said, and on how this match could have been a major WrestleMania match if this was the very first time they ever met in the ring. If they did a good enough build for this match to ultimately happen in WrestleMania 32. Now, when they wrestled on Raw the night after the Royal Rumble, I was super excited because it was Chris Jericho and AJ Styles. Jericho's one of my all-time favorites. I'm a fan of Styles as well. And that was a dream match I had been wanting to see for a while. Not just now because AJ Styles got to WWE. I had always hoped AJ would join WWE, and when I was watching him in TNA back in the day, I would think about the possibilities of AJ and Y2J eventually clashing, like how big that would be in a WWE ring, let alone a WrestleMania. So when it happened on Raw, I was excited for it. I didn't stop and think, oh well, they missed an opportunity to do this WrestleMania 32. How I would have done it, how I would have booked it, was have AJ beat Jericho, of course, in his first match on Raw, and then maybe the next week, AJ has a match against Social Outcasts like Bo Dallas or Adam Rose or Curtis Axel, wins, but then the Social Outcasts jump him from behind. Out comes Jericho unexpectedly. Jericho, fends off the Social Outcasts, and then Jericho and AJ form a team, and they beat like the Social Outcasts and the Ascension and whatnot. And then in the weeks leading up to WrestleMania 32, what you could have done, what you could have done at Fastlane is, instead of that Edge and Christian cutting edge peep show, you could have had Team Y2 AJ fight the New Day for the tag team championships, and you could have had Team Y2 AJ win the titles. And then what I would have done, just like I said earlier, was I would have had AJ Styles be like the deciding factor in every match. He would get the win. And then I would have it to where Jericho has to like pull him aside and tell him, you know what, man, I'm going to be honest with you. These people are cheering for you. You're like the new flavor of the month, and I just got here not too long ago. I would have it be like, okay, you know what, man? I hear the chants. I know the crowd loves you, but you know what? Something's been bothering me. Something's been eating at me ever since the night after the Royal Rumble, and that's the fact that you beat me in your first match on Raw. So you know what? I need a chance to redeem myself, and this is what I want to do. Let's do tag team champion versus tag team champion at WrestleMania 32. Let's see if you truly are as phenomenal as you are. That's how they could have done it. From the night after Royal Rumble until WrestleMania 32, you could have had these guys as partners, even tag team champions. And then it finally gets to Jericho, to where he's like, you know what? I'm happy we're the champions. We make a great team. But but there's something that's been eating at me ever since you debuted here in the WWE, and that's the fact that you beat me in your first match. I'm no pushover. I am not here to put over the flavor of the month. Something like that, And then you come to WrestleMania 32, and here's the match. AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. Is AJ Styles truly as phenomenal as he says he is? Can Chris Jericho redeem himself? Can he, what's that word? Can he, I guess, silence his personal critics? Can he prove to himself that he is just as good or even better than AJ Styles? Or is AJ Styles truly as phenomenal as he says he is? That's how I would have done it, because you don't want to overexpose AJ Styles and Chris Jericho. This is a feud that, if it continues next year, if it was to continue next year, if after WrestleMania 32 they didn't touch again until like Royal Rumble, hey, you can keep the feud going. A great feud between two renowned international performers, international sensations, well renowned for their craft. It could be one of those feuds where they have matches throughout the years, and it's ultimately to see who's the better man. AJ Styles is up 2-1 over Chris Jericho in this feud, but I'm concerned, I'm worried that at WrestleMania 32, AJ Styles is going to lose to Chris Jericho, and then they're going to do a fifth match. And it's like, if you want to do 5 matches, why not do a best of 5 series? But what's the whole point? A best of 5 series, when there's a significant championship on the line, or there's something else like maybe a world title opportunity or a chance to main event this pay-per-view, that pay-per-view with the title on the line, those kind of best of 5 series mean something. I mean, go back to Lucha Underground. There was the best of 5 series between Aerostar and Drago. It was for one of Dario Cueto's unique opportunities, and those matches meant something, because ultimately one of those guys was going to receive a unique opportunity, which ended up being a Lucha Underground championship match. But it's like, like I've said, overexposure is one of my biggest pet peeves with WWE right now. And I still think AJ and Y2J are going to have another really good to great match at Mania. It's just, do we really need to have a 4th match? What's the point? Gold Standard said that the only reason he's looking forward to this match is the fact he's going to be there live in person. Other than that, if he wasn't going to be at WrestleMania 32, he wouldn't really care, and it's like me. I'm not like extremely excited for this match. I know I've said this. I just said it literally seconds ago that it's going to be a really good to great match, but why are we doing a fourth match at Mania? Why not save this until later in the year when it means something, like when AJ is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, or if he's the Intercontinental Champion, because then you could have this program where Jericho is trying to make history and become the only 10-time Intercontinental Champion. That in itself would be a great feud, but they're doing it at WrestleMania 32. I really hope AJ Styles wins, and then these two don't touch each other again until maybe October or November, in terms of another wrestling match, because we really do not need AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho 5 at Extreme Rules should AJ win or lose. And speaking of Extreme Rules, or no, I think it's Payback, which is next, because I think they cut Extreme Rules this year in favor of WrestleMania 32. But anyway, this match with AJ Styles and Chris Jericho, based on what happened last week on both Raw and SmackDown, I think it needs to be a no disqualification match or a false count anywhere match. A match where they can just fight and just go out there and unleash whatever pent-up frustration is left inside them on one another. I would be down for a submission match too, because AJ's been winning matches with the Calf Crusher, Calf Killer lately. And of course, Jericho's known for the Walls of Jericho and the Lion Tamer. So give this match a stipulation, be it falls count anywhere, no disqualification, or submission match. I'm happy AJ Styles is going to get a WrestleMania moment, in a sense of he's going to have his first WrestleMania match. It's going to be against Chris Jericho, so for his first WrestleMania match, you couldn't pick a better opponent. I mean, it's not like he's facing the Miz or one of the Social Outcasts at Mania, or if he's in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Chris Jericho, fine caliber of an athlete for AJ to make his WrestleMania debut against. I just hope that this is the last time they lock up in the ring until maybe October or November. And I mean, I want to see great things with AJ Styles Y2J feud for a few years and whatnot. But honestly, this has to be the last time they face off in a wrestling ring until later in the year. Because honestly, if they do a fifth match, or if they even freaking go as far as 6 matches, it's just killing any significance that this feud is going to have. So AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho for WrestleMania 32. Like I said, not excited for it, not jumping for joy for it, but am looking forward to watching it. And I'm hoping they deliver another really good to great match. And I hope AJ Styles gets the win, and that this feud, takes a breather for a little bit, and AJ goes on to maybe win the Intercontinental Championship or even the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. But make this match no disqualification or falls count anywhere, or even a submission match. Maybe a 20-minute Ultimate Submission match. That would be great, and see what kind of submission offense AJ can pull out in trying to tame Chris Jericho. But those are my thoughts, guys, on what I call hashtag AJ versus Y2J4. As always, leave your comments down below, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't already, go back and check out my Roadblock 2016 review, which comes with a WWE Network rant, and I'm just gonna let it speak for itself. I also did a video on Lana versus Brie Bella, the potential for that happening at WrestleMania 32. And if you haven't already, go check out my WWE 2K16 review with my good friend Brandon, aka Wrestling Fan 16. It's part of our new Robbie and Brandon review series. So thank you guys for watching and listening as always, and I will see you all later.